Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming. It's lovely to have you all here. And we're going to start with our opening meditation where we send that love and light out to the world. And I was just thinking when I was recording it, it was a long time ago, I was in India. And every time I hear we start thanking the elementals, that little bird really starts chirping up in the right time. It always brings a smile to my face. Just bless our elementals in all their forms. So we're going to just go and spend a little bit of time sending out that love and gratitude to the world. Let's take some slow, deep breaths to get into that peaceful, receptive state. So we breathe in slowly and deeply. We hold our breath. We breathe out. And then we hold our breath. Let's do that for a few more breaths. Now let's listen for our heartbeat. Our heartbeat, which is a pulse of light coming down through the silver cord from our mighty iron presence, anchoring in our heart, giving us life. Let's just see and feel and bless that heartbeat. That heartbeat that anchors into that beautiful threefold flame, which is the anchorage of our mighty I Am presence within our physical bodies. Let's just connect with that beautiful flame as we sit in that expanded golden flame in the center, golden yellow flame of wisdom and illumination, perception and discrimination. We see our bodies in this beautiful, dazzling golden flame. To the right, we can see the pink flame, that glorious, dazzling pink flame of pure divine love. And then we see to the left of us that beautiful, expanded flame, that sapphire blue, bringing into us the feeling of the will, the power, the faith, and the protection from our mighty I Am presence. See and feel and bless this glorious light. Let's take our awareness now up through the top of our head, through the silver cord, to our mighty, beloved I Am presence. Let's see this glorious, all-powerful, all-knowing, all-loving presence smiling down on us. Our wonderful presence of God, I Am. And now we see in the center of our chest a beautiful golden sun forming, dazzling and brilliant like the noonday sun. The beautiful focus of light from our I Am presence. Open our hearts and send love and gratitude to our mighty I Am presence for beating our heart and giving us life. And now we see those rays from our beautiful sun in the center of our chest, dazzling and brilliant, billions and billions of rays, going forth and connecting up with each and every miniature sun in all the cells of our bodies, our 4 earthly bodies, all those little inner workers receiving this expanded light. Let's feel the joy, the happiness, and the gratitude of each and every little inner worker of our 4 earthly bodies. Sense and see and feel that wonderful light saturating our earthly bodies. And now let's just fill our feelings with a feeling of love and gratitude. And let's call to the beloved Ascended Masters, the beloved Ascended Master David Lloyd, the great God of gratitude, to fill us, each one and all mankind, with this feeling, that light substance from the Ascended Master realm of gratitude and love. We see our beautiful suns turning a deep shade of pink with a golden radiance. Gratitude and love for all our many, many blessings. Gratitude and love to the great Ascended Hosts for these marvelous teachings. Gratitude and love for all our loved ones and our friends. Gratitude and love for our homes and our supply. Gratitude and love for all the many, many blessings that we receive daily on our earthly journeys. Gratitude to the great and beloved elemental kingdom, animate and so-called inanimate, the beauty and bounty of nature. God bless, love and thank them, each and every precious one. Gratitude to the beloved angels, and gratitude to all life on our beloved earth. And now we see these rays in this wonderful expanded state, forming a lattice of light, dazzling and brilliant. We see our entire earth folded in this glorious pink and golden light, saturating every part of life on our beloved earth, especially those parts of life that are never loved or thanked, with this wonderful gift, our opportunity of sending love, light, and gratitude to all life. And we just give deep, deep thanks for this. Oh, no, nice to send love and gratitude to the world, especially those parts of life that aren't loved and thanked. And so I was thinking, Gary, would you like to read? Are you able? You can read. I know because we were chatting earlier. Is that good?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
Beloved presence of God, I am. It is thy life and intelligence that enables me to read and comprehend and absorb that which is required of me. For life, I am so grateful. Beloved Master Kathumi, I ask for your feeling and your capacity to use this instruction for God's glory and mankind's comfort. We thank you. And now, great I am presence, take me within thyself. There instruct me and cause me to retain the full memory of these inner instructions. Thank you. From Beloved Saint Germain.
Whoops. Thanks so much, Gary. Okay, lovely. Because I know we always get Terry, she reads beautifully, so it's nice to have beloved Gary to read sometimes. All right, so we're going to continue now with chapter 9, and the ballads have been shown their bodies at this experiment that was done 70,000 years ago, and they've stepped into these extraordinary bodies, and the experiment was a success, and that is the power of light, as we know. That's why Saint Germain brought it to our attention, obviously. And now we're going to learn a bit more about Venus and the marvelous inventions and technology that are actually coming to our Earth, which I think have already started. If you think how our Earth has speeded up in the last 90 years or even less, it's just quite phenomenal. And what's been brought forward. And also how the sinister forces will be completely destroyed in this new cycle, which is already energy and vibration, and the light we know is supreme. And then we're going to listen to a video that I recently made on protection, because I got a hint from somebody that listened to the one that I made years ago, and it didn't have the instruction from Archangel Michael. And I thought it's really important. Maybe that's why I thought it was like a hint to, put that wonderful instruction from Archangel Michael in there. And I find it was really helpful for me, actually, when I was making it, to get the feeling. I really got the feeling of it. And so it was just a help. I hope it helps other people too. And then Terry's going to read Life on Venus, which is quite pertinent because we're reading Chapter 9, Venus Visits the Royal Teton. We know those mighty 12 masters from Venus came at that time. And really what we've got to look forward to, I felt that it's really what life on Earth used to be like and what will be in the future. And I'm going to read from Archangel Gabriel, absolutely lovely, accelerating the vibratory action of our bodies, and really all about immortality and what, is at our disposal if we just learn and practice and put this light into action, all through our mighty own presence, obviously. So now we're going to listen to Gerald Craig reading from the Saint Germain Foundation.
The pictures revealed much of their system of education, showing astronomical instruments whose perfection would make the scientific world of today speechless with admiration and astonishment, and geologists' equipment for examining the interior and the strata of the planets of both Venus and the Earth. We saw inventors and several of their tremendous discoveries surpassing our fondest imagination. Many of these inventions, explained the Master, will come into use on Earth in the golden crystal age we have now entered. Some of the principal inventions that are to be utilized on Earth were explained, and could humanity have seen them, it would take heart and be tremendously encouraged in regard to the future. It may be that these pictures from Venus will be taken up and described in a separate work later, providing permission can be obtained. The scenes from Venus finished, and those concerning the Earth came on the screen. Many changes were shown to take place in the next 70 years. These affected Europe, Asia, India, North and South America, and revealed to us that regardless of all appearances at the present time, the sinister force attempting to create chaos and destruction throughout the world will be completely destroyed. When that is accomplished, the mass of humanity will turn to the great God present within each heart, and also governing the universe. Peace shall reign on earth, and man send out goodwill to man. This revelation was stupendous. Closing scenes followed next, and these concerned principally the United States in the next century. The progress and advancement she will make is almost unbelievable. These things are true, for the great God law makes no mistakes, and the revelations of that New Year's night are God's eternally true records. Certain great souls were shown who would awaken, be raised, and added to the host of ascended ones to carry forward this great progress. The presiding Master then reminded those present of the blessed Kumaras, and in a voice filled with love and adoration gave the following explanation in tribute to them. The 7 Kumaras, whom some inner students have known as Lords of the Flame from Venus, were the only ones from this entire system of planets who, of their own free will and infinite love, offered to guard the children of Earth and assist their upward progress. They came and gave transcendent help here at the most critical period of Earth's growth. It was the time of initiation that is most dangerous in the life of a planet and its humanity. But through their protection and guidance, the goal was attained, and mankind has been enabled to reach the greater heights. Many of the brothers understand that every 2,500 years, the Kumaras release a greatly increased outpouring of cosmic love, wisdom, and energy. This blazing light and transcendent radiance flooding the earth and its inhabitants interpenetrating all, is a tremendous lifting process and gives a forward impulse to the growth of the entire earth as well as its humanity.
Ah, so very encouraging. All right, so now we're going to listen to the video on protection. This is important information from the Beloved Ascended Masters given to A.D.K. Look from the book Law of Life, Book 1. And this is what she says. It is about the pillar of protective light, which is very, very important for each one of us to call forth and build every day. And she says, in the beginning, when individuals came forth, there was a natural protection around each one. It was not a self-conscious creation. But as the discord of mankind increased, rents and tears were imposed upon it, and it diminished more and more, until it was practically gone. Now we need to go into action, apply the law, and again build this pillar of protection. This time we do it consciously. Being a conscious creation, it cannot be dissipated as before. In some teachings, something is known about this protection, but it has been more or less vague. Sometimes it is called a tube, belt, or a circle. The pillar of light was originally about 9 feet in diameter. It was really the stream of light from our I Am Presence, or the silver cord. As mankind became more and more discordant, the silver cord became smaller and smaller. That was mercy to the outer self, because if too much energy were released into its use, it would have annihilated itself by misqualifying the energy. The silver cord is made up of a stream of electronic energy. That is the stream of life, and the connection of the outer self with its source. It is pure energy, primal life, unqualified. It takes on the qualification according to the free will of the individual. So this primal life is elemental substance, which is charged or vowed to obey the creative principle, to obey the threefold flame in the heart, according to free will. This is how mankind created discord and also the accumulated good in the causal body. This protective pillar is a tube or pillar of pure light substance, invisible to the ordinary sight, but it can be seen with the inner sight. It is not hollow inside like a tube. There is light all the way through like a pillar, in, through and around your body, for a radius of about 3 or up to 9 feet, condensed at the outer edge to form a thick wall to make it impenetrable to anything not of the light. In the beginning, as we call this tube of light into action, it is better to visualize it only about 6 feet in diameter until one has gained a momentum. It is charged in, through, and around the physical body. It extends from above the head to below the feet, giving protection to the inner bodies as well as the physical body. Have the feeling, the consciousness of it as a living thing, an action, not as a cut and dried mold or form. It is light in action, and it is vibrating, and it responds to our love and our calls and our faith in it. It can be drawn forth from your presence of life, and through daily application become absolutely invincible to discord or anything not of the light. Not one thing can go through that pillar of light. You know all evil returns to the sender. When we get our protection around us, it is reverted right back. Otherwise, it is a more lengthy process. And as we know now, we can put all that misqualified energy that comes to us in the violet flame for transmutation and forgiveness. There are cases of those known as masters in India who can stand and let someone shoot at them with a 24 caliber rifle. The bullet goes to about 3 feet from the body, flattens and falls to the ground. This shows it came up against something, an obstruction. It could not penetrate. That is the Master's pillar of light, which he has drawn about himself. This has been witnessed many times by travellers in India and by army and navy men in service. This pillar of light is formed by the release of light energy from the presence. It is projected from its hands, heart and head, and also by the intensification or expansion of one's own light through the points of light within every cell of our bodies. Aside from protection, this pillar of light is a constant radiance of perfection, pouring off and absorbed by your bodies. The very atmosphere is electronic substance. The presence might gather it to make this pillar of light invincible. It is up to us to keep the feelings so harmonized that discord won't break through. We should then always maintain harmony in the feelings. Power of qualification, vision, and attention are our weapons of invincible protection. Archangel Michael has also suggested that the protective armor of light, fashioned from his armor of light, be used. This is what he says. Beloved ones, there are certain vicious conditions active in the astral realm into which I would not think of entering without first putting on an entire armor of light. Yet so often we see you, through mighty decrees, plunging into mass creations of sickness and disease and all manner of distress, just clothed in those tubes of light, which you have drawn about you without full faith in their adequacy, and which you puncture every few moments by discordant thought, feeling, spoken word, or deed. I am very grateful indeed that you do call those tubes of light forth, and that you are strengthening them as you continue to call for them, and then hold more and more uninterrupted harmony in your worlds. Now, why do you think I have offered you again and again the use of my armor of light? Please use it, for it is, of course, to completely enfold you in my feelings of protection. My helmet, armor, sword, shield, cross of Christ. Please put them on and use them before you go into action, dealing with powers of certain concentrated viciousness of which your outer self knows nothing. So there we have a very important addition, that we daily need to call into action the gift of Archangel Michael's armor of light. We may speak to our beloved Iron Presence in love, as we would speak to a father. We might say, Beloved Magic Iron Presence, Archangel Michael and those that minister to the crystal blue flame of protection, intensify your protective pillar of pure light substance, and Archangel Michael's armor of light in, through, and around me, charged with your invincible protection, all-powerful and impenetrable, which keeps me absolutely insulated to everything not of the light, and keep it sustained and ever-intensifying in action. Make and keep me ever sensitive to you and your direction, and immune to all imperfect vibratory rates. Mighty Iron Presence, see to it that I am invisible, I am invincible, I am invulnerable to anything but thy almighty perfection. And what we call for ourselves, we call for our loved ones and for all the constructive people, places, conditions, and things in, through, and around our entire planet. And we thank you. Then we visualize it in, through, and around our physical bodies for about 3 feet, or as far as our outstretched arm will reach, seeing the edge thick like a wall of light. We see it around our loved ones, our homes, our business, affairs, our supply, and for all those standing up for truth, justice, and freedom everywhere throughout our beloved earth. Of course, it must be understood that the pillar of light is an inner action, therefore a fourth dimensional activity. The pillar of protection is pliable and will bend or conform to circumstances. It can give us protection from destructive forces emanating from a person sitting next to us, or even touching our physical bodies. This pillar of light can become invincible protection against everything of a discordant quality in the outer world. Thereby one can be disconnected from the mass pressure of discord of mankind that is in the atmosphere. One must have more than ordinary protection when entering the stream of life. In the morning, always charge the pillar of light with cosmic divine love. You can charge it to dissolve every particle of discord that we contact during the day. Also charge it with acceptance and confidence of the power of light. I feel that it's really helpful to just get the feeling of it, because it's really the feeling, as we know, that's the power of it all. So, and also I love the idea, and often I don't remember, but to charge our tube of light with that pure divine love, and also with that feeling of faith in the light. So it's just a lovely thing to think about, I felt. All right, so now, beloved Terry is going to read about Venus, and I just thought I'd drop this in here again, because we know that's our solar system there with Helios and Vesta, the head of the hierarchy on the sun, and Venus is in the higher solar system, and the head of their sun is Krishna and Sophia. And we've had quite a lot of dictations from beloved Krishna and Sophia, actually, especially in Friendship with the Gods. Lovely. So we can see Venus is not in our solar system, but very, very close to us. So, and also known as our sister planet. So it's just wonderful. And so there's a beautiful picture of Venus, and isn't she always so bright in the sky? It's just, I'm always fascinated with Venus, so brilliant and bright. So thank you so much, beloved Terry. I'm going to just change the share here quickly.
Thank you.
Thank
Greetings, everyone. Life on Venus by the beloved Mahachohan, from Law of Life and Teachings by Divine Beings. Shining in the celestial sky is Earth's sister planet, Venus. How often have the eyes of the children of Earth looked upon and enjoyed the beauty and brilliance of its presence in the darkness of Earth's night? Could it be that Venus and all the glorious planets of our system are barren of life and evolution, and that the sole purpose of the galaxies of heaven is to provide light and pleasure for the small orb of the Earth? No. A moment's thought will dispel this arrogant and thoughtless concept as we contemplate the fact that the Earth is one of the smallest of the planets, and surely its produce and its radiance and presence are not of such importance as to balance the infinite gifts and presence of the sun and stars that swing in silent splendor through our night. Ah, yes, on Venus there is life and love and evolution of a cosmic purpose far beyond that which we on Earth have yet achieved, but toward which the thinkers of the race have pointed us since time began. For it is, even in its physical position in relation to the sun, a more advanced planet. Its very name on Earth has always signified fullness of love. Man's journey through life is the progression of soul, learning through experience, the laws of life and love, the relentless law of cause in its ultimate effect. In this long and self-chosen pilgrimage, he must wear many garments, bodies, and live in many climes. Thus he gathers into his consciousness by experience the wealth of knowledge which is the germ of mastery over self and his world. When the lessons of Earth are learned, the soul sometimes migrates to another planet to fully round out its nature, even as a student enters a school of higher learning in order to more fully prepare for a vocation. Thus, very few of the more fortunate among mankind have been privileged to complete their soul development upon the planet Venus, and on rare occasions, great souls from Venus have entered into the worlds of men. Venus has its own evolved beings who have grown and matured with it, as in time the Earth children will develop their planet into harmony, self-mastery, and peace. These beings on Venus are the older brothers and sisters of the human race. The life on Venus is under the direction of a great hierarchy of perfected men and women called the Lords of the Flame. They are the embodiment of wisdom and of love. There is but one language, one state, one race, one purpose. There is no disease, no crime, no army nor navy, nor any instrument of force, for physical violence and imbalance are unknown. Every citizen of this world estate contributes his talents freely to the common cause for 15 short years, between the ages of 20 and 35. Before this time, all are educated by the state according to their particular talents and the interest of the individual citizen. The citizen of Venus, after being educated by the state, is permitted to utilize his talents and gifts during the period of the world benefit for the good of the entire citizenry. After the years of service, each is allowed to pursue such spiritual and cultural studies as his nature may choose. Old age and disintegration are unknown because there is no inharmony. At the time of passing on the screen of form, the individual utilizes the power of the fire element and, with the help of the lords of the flame, releases the atoms which made up his physical garment, and the soul enters the inner realms for a time, returning again at a self-chosen time into a self-chosen family for another embodiment and opportunity to complete the soul growth required before he goes forth to return no more. The soul on this planet is not bound by karmic restrictions and is capable of exerting complete freedom in choosing the parents of a future birth. These parents are often informed by the individual prior to his passing, and if they acquiesce in his proposed embodiment, the individual may leave in their custody many of the treasures of his current life, his books and research papers, and on assuming his new personality, continues in an unbroken chain of consciousness to work out his soul development and some great service to his planetary kin. This, of course, greatly accelerates the individual progress of the soul, as well as the high degree of culture and perfection for the state, for the great minds of one generation are not lost to succeeding generations. Upon the planet Venus, there is no such thing known as failure, defeat, or compromise with imperfection. All of life, abiding within the harmony, the balance, and the purity of the Godhead, moves forward to fulfill the divine plan, manifest God victories, and expand perfection. Some of Venus have taken as their self-chosen karma the guiding and guarding of the life streams of Earth and sustaining the light through the consciousness of the people so as to keep the Earth a part of the system. The 7 suns and their planets are presently preparing for the cosmic initiation of being drawn closer to the central sun. The cosmic law requires that Sanat Kumara be with his planet Venus for this cosmic event. Venus, that magnificent planet where every life stream, which is projected forth through the Christ self, is embodied in the light pattern, holding within itself the white fire being. Each one is completely polarized with the Christ self and manifests through the vehicles of mind and feeling the complete mastery of life. The vibratory action of Venus is such that the immortal presence within the heart is a white fire being, but the vibratory action of the earth and this system being gold, the glorious presence within the heart takes on the radiation of golden light. Whichever system you belong to, the natural vibration of your own energies will respond to the color of your sun, the color of the system, and the color of the planet. The radiation and aura of that exquisite being, the immortal presence of God I am within you, will be the manifest expression of the vibratory action of your system. At the close of a cycle of embodiment, etherealization is the means by which the elements composing the bodies are returned to the universal. Having fulfilled one episode in the rhythm of evolution, the soul enters one of the inner spheres, which represents the causal body of the silent watcher of Venus. Then that one comes again for as many times as are required until the 7 rhythms of embodiment of the 7 rays are completed in perfect harmony. On our star, there's no such thing known as disintegration, no such thing known as decay, rust, mold, fermentation, disease, nor death. All of these qualities are the heritage of the human race and are but decadence of the natural activity of etherealization. On Venus, precipitation, the drawing of light substance into form, is performed through the use of the light rays. Invoking elemental life through thought and feeling, they create form, thus precipitate magnificent temples, glorious flame flowers, homes of light and beauty, and even the vehicles for the life streams. On Venus, we serve through the temples by life streams combining their energies. These temples are magnificent to behold indeed. Each one has within him the power of cohesion, which draws primal life into form. Through the thought and feeling centers, one has the capacity to mold out of universal light whatever he will. He is also endowed with the power of etherealization, which is used at the completion of the usefulness of an activity or manifest form.
Bless you. Thank you so much, Terry. That's so lovely. And I was just thinking now when they were describing how they manifest their homes, how mighty victory, because we know as Saint Germain called mighty victory to come, is from Venus. And I remember reading a while back how he often changes the color of the dome in his temple. And we know his temple is actually over the British Isles, but apparently he makes the most beautiful colors, and the elemental life instantly responds, obviously, to his command and to his thoughts. Whatever he thinks, there it is. So marvelous. And also, we need to remember that Sanat Kumara has returned to Venus, and in 1956 he returned to Venus in January, and that was mainly through apparently about 150 students from the Bridge of Freedom who were performing the transmission flame service every month. That created so much light. So it's just all these absolutely marvelous things that have happened for our beloved planet. All right, so now we're going to read the gem. Right, so I thought this sort of fitted in nicely. It's actually from Ascended Master Instruction, Volume 4, Beloved Saint Germain. And he says, the secret of manifesting things into the world without, which we know is the world we live in, the world of form, from the universal light substance, which is everywhere. So that is really what it is. It's precipitating into form from the universal light substance. It's like bringing rain from the unformed into form, or bringing gold from the unformed into form. So it is in using the spiritual power to take this picture from our I am presence, is in using. Then the great silence precipitates it into form through the visualized picture. Through the activity of visualizing, you print the form or picture upon the great silence. And the great silence, which is the greatest power in the universe, propels it into outer expression and experience. Now you can understand how impossible it is for a picture registered on the inner silence not to come forth. It is the business of the intellect and will to hold the steady picture until the impression is taken by the great silence. If it is not held steady, the result is the same as if you moved your camera while taking an outer picture in ordinary photography. This is the power of true precipitation. And from my understanding, the great silence is really the aura of our I am presence, and the great divine beings, the great central sun, Alpha and Omega, Helios and Vesta, where it's unformed light, but it's the great silence. That's how I understand the great silence, because often we hear the Ascended Masters going to the great silence. or coming out of the great silence. All right, so now we're going to, whoops, somebody's got a, just going to take the video off there, whoops. Now we're going to say our decree together, our wonderful opportunity to call for our brothers and sisters that have left their physical bodies and are now in the psychic and astral realms. And as we know, this is a very important call and it helps them greatly. Archangel Michael says very important for us to make this call. Even daily, we can make a shorter one. And so we say together, beloved presence of God, I am in me, beloved immortal threefold flame of eternal truth within my heart, and beloved Saint Germain. While my body sleeps this night, let all the constructive energy of my entire life stream, including that in my causal body, be used to render whatever service is needed in the violet flame temples established in the psychic and astral realms to draw the full gathered cosmic momentum of the violet purifying flame of divine love and compassion through every discarnate life stream there. Let all the souls who dwell in those realms be drawn into those purifying temples of mercy and compassion, and there have the accumulated destructively qualified energies of their life streams purified and transmuted, so that when they are summoned for re-embodiment by the Lords of Karma, they bring into incarnation only a heritage of perfection and carry in their life streams no miscreations that would add to their own or the world's distress. We accept this done now with full cosmic power, and so be it, beloved I am. And we thank you. And we just thank beloved Saint Germain and Archangel Michael, because they're the ones that got that dispensation where they could create these, I don't know how many, but I'm sure hundreds of these violet flame temples, so that people, when they leave their physical bodies, can be taken straight there and learn about their iron presence and start redeeming their karma and setting life free that they've harmed or hurt. Such a blessing. So now we're going to read about this goat. It's just such a sweet story. And, you know, I just think of all these marvelous souls that are looking after our animals and helping everybody, you know, at this really critical time. And also the gifts that the animals bring. They bring a lot of comfort and open people's hearts. So we're going to watch the story of this goat. It's too sweet.
I happened to look up, and standing on a cliff is this pure white goat.
Coming with us?
She was very clearly all alone on this island. My immediate concern was, is this goat okay? Why is she all alone? Goats that are alone, they can get depressed, they can have loneliness and feel those feelings just like people can.
Due to legal reasons, we had to wait 30 days to rescue her.
Sky and I are on our way. We're headed to get Cypress. Headed to the boat ramp, going to go get my girl. Come on, pretty girl. You got a big day ahead of you.
The day of rescue, she was very nervous. We start enticing her to follow us back.
Come on, let's go. Let's go, pretty girl.
Oh, you dropped one.
If we went the wrong direction, she'd stop following us. She had her own path. And if we went the wrong way, she'd just kind of stand there. We put a halter on her. Kind of coaxed her into the boat with some help. She just huddled into me on the boat. She was so nervous.
It's okay.
Come on, sweet girl. This has been a day for everybody involved.
Come on, you need help?
Look, there's grass. When was the last time you saw grass?
She definitely had a little bit of an adjustment period, kind of figuring out what exactly is a pig.
That's Sophia.
I think it's safe to say she likes peanut hay. Seeing her and how excited she was to be with other goats was extremely heartwarming.
She's probably about 3 or 4 years old. Cypress definitely thinks she's part of the old goat herd. Our eldest goats are 17 and 14. They need to be kept separate from our rambunctious young males. Cypress is like, no, I'm right there with them. I'm an old goat too.
Are you happy?
I definitely can't remember coming out to the sanctuary before Cypress. It's really heartwarming and fulfilling to know that we were able to improve her life.
Lucky Cypress. I mean, who knows what would have happened to that goatee on an island like that. Anyway, it's just amazing. There she is, a happy, happy goat. So now we're going to say our decree for all our animal, insect, and reptile friends. We're going to say, beloved iron presence of all mankind, charge your mighty light of mercy and compassion to flow through us all and to bring comfort to the animal kingdom. May each human being remember and accept their responsibility as guardians and protectors of this planet's pure and innocent life until all is set free and their divine plans fulfilled. We so decree it, and so be it. In God's most holy name, I am. We accept it done, and we thank you. And we do thank you. And now I'm going to read from Beloved Archangel Gabriel. And it was very, very lovely reading. I thought it's from Friendship with the Gods. And as we know, he's the great angel of resurrection and ascension. And his divine complement is beloved Archaii Hope, Lady Hope. And what a wonderful combination, but bringing hope to us for this great resurrection and ascension. And he's also known as the announcer. And he says to us, I am Gabriel, he who is called the announcer, bringing tidings of great joy to all generations. These tidings come to you in the progress of the sweet earth, as she and all her evolutions move ever upward in the Holy Father's scheme of God creation. There are already inner divine causes set up, waiting to burst through the veil of Maya as a manifest expression of God's perfection, which the beloved Saint Germain holds for you as well as for succeeding generations. Have you ever thought what causes motivation? The will to do, the intelligence by which it is done, and the love by which to sustain the manifestation. This was the power utilized for the progression of the earth, and the same activity of motivation can be used to accelerate the cells and atoms of your being, throwing off into the violet transmuting flame all discord and sustaining and accelerating the power of God alive within you, rather than allowing your physical vehicle to decline. Think on it. The motivating power in all life is of a different vibration, of course. So-called inanimate matter is impregnated with the consciousness of all who use it. But the motivating power of the cells and atoms of your dear bodies can be regulated and move more rapidly until all human creation is removed and the powers of your Holy Christ flame activated and set free to bless all life everywhere. Accelerate the vibratory action of those organs and cells which require assistance now. The moment you think of us, you are with us. And the moment we think of you, we are with you. That is truly the power of rapid motivation, is it not? That is a science. It is a science that can be used and is used efficaciously by unascended beings as well as those in our kingdom. You cannot even motivate yourself from this room into your own quarters without willingly so to do. Having intelligence enough to get there and then making of your room a shrine of light by the love that is acting. Practice on the power of accelerating. Call to your iron presence and Holy Christ self to accelerate the motion of the cells and atoms that make up your physical vehicle and inner vehicles, and see the manifestation that can be yours today. Beloved ones, utilize these powers. There is no sense in bringing glad tidings of great joy to this or any generation if there is not the acceptance and utilization of those powers within the life stream to whom we give the gift of our very life. And then he gives us a visualization. So he says, now visualize a crystal ball about the size of the palm of your hand and see it rotating upon its axis. So we can do that now. We put out our hand and we visualize a beautiful crystal ball. You can imagine it dazzling and brilliant. But that axis is perfectly straight, as the earth shall soon be. And it moves from left to right, of course. So it's spinning from left to right. That is a magnified cell made up of many electrons. Those are within you, and when you call the powers of light into that cell, it begins to rotate more rapidly. Wherever the condition of distress seems to be in the mind or body, in the soul, in the feelings, it can be removed by the powers of light. This is God's truth, proven by unascended beings, and which can be proven by you today. And we know it was proven by our beloved Jesus. Beloved Leto, she was the one, we told she was 300 years old. And those great masters in life and teachings of the masters of the Far East. So it's even as unascended beings. So that's our challenge, isn't it? And our opportunity. So he says, practice on these things, yet though you walk the ways of men, you shall not be like unto them. You shall be like unto the shining stars in heaven, which is your destiny, and which you must one day fulfill. And so there we have it. Beloved Archangel Gabriel, I thought that was lovely. And then he does continue. Oh, there are many souls who consider that it is impossible for them to attain the heights of divinity stature. And it is the Lady Hope herself radiating in, through, and around them that gives that stature perfection, manifesting it with the fullest power of the sacred fire without limit. So stand you as the ascended host you represent do, as the angelic host, which we are, and allow the orbit of the electrons and cells of your vehicles to expand, expand, and expand until you become God-free beings. So that is just lovely. There's a lovely opportunity for us. And there's lots of information about this in the books. And now we're going to listen to a beautiful song, Do Not Worry. And I put it in the newsletter, that's right. It's just lovely. I thought it was a lovely song. I hope you enjoy it too.
See the birds that are singing in the spring air. They're giving everything they need. They don't worry where their next meal will come from. They don't worry about a thing. So just look around you and try to listen to the song creation sings. And don't you worry, 'cause you're in the hands of the God who made everything. See the flowers in their colorful beauty. They're dressed better than a king. They don't worry about what they should wear, no. They don't worry about a thing. So just look around you and try to listen to the song creation sings. And don't you worry, 'cause you're in the hands of the God who made everything. Because you're not a bird and you're not a flower. You don't have petals or wings. But there is good news, you're worth so much more to the God who made everything. Ooh, ooh, ooh. and the storms that they might bring. Try to remember that you're in the hands of the God who made every single thing. Now just remember, you're not a bird and you're not a flower. You don't have petals or wings. But there's good news, 'cause you're worth so much more to the God who made everything.
Such a beautiful song, I thought, and so beautifully sung by that lovely girl. Just lovely. And beloved Antoinette is going to take over now and do our really important part of this time together where we say our decrees and call in the light. Thanks so much, beloved Ant.
Thank you, Anthea. And truly, what an absolutely beautiful song. Such a comforting thought in the hands of the God who made everything. With that wonderful feeling of love in our hearts, we say our decrees together. Mighty I Am Presence, great host of ascended masters, archangels and Elohim, cosmic beings and great cosmic light, come forth now in all your cosmic power. Withdraw and withhold all power from destructive forces and individuals with destructive intent throughout the world, right now and forever, whether it is conscious or unconscious. Expose, seize, bind, and render helpless all these sinister forces and their activities until the light has removed them completely, and illumine the source, so this may never act again, and raise up to positions of power the divinely chosen leaders. Replace all with ascended master consciousness and the divine plan fulfilled. We thank you. And now we apply the law as we call in our tube of light. Beloved mighty I Am Presence, beloved Archangel Michael, and beloved Commander Conrad, continually intensify your protective pillar of pure light substance and Archangel Michael's armor of light through and around me, charged with your invincible protection, all powerful and impenetrable. I am invisible. I am invincible. I am invulnerable to anything but thy almighty perfection. I am grateful that we are given whatever added protection is needed, and what we ask for ourselves, we ask for our loved ones, and that which is constructive in all mankind and the world. Thank you. We'll just take a moment to fill that tube of light surrounding each and every one of us with this glorious light substance, with that love, with that faith in the power of this protection. We see and feel it around ourselves, our loved ones, this group, and around all those people across the face of the earth, standing up for truth, justice, and freedom for all life on our earth. We love, bless, and thank them, each one. Our decree for divine justice. I am the most intensified cosmic action of the flame of divine justice, blazing throughout the world, right now and forever. I am the law. I am the justice. I am the judge. I am the jury. Knowing that I am all powerful, then I know that only divine justice can be done everywhere, here and now. Beloved Lady Portia, ensure divine justice prevails throughout the world, right now and forever. And so be it, and so it is, and it is done. Beloved I Am, we thank you. Beloved Cosmic I Am Presence and Great Goddess of Liberty, direct the cosmic light of liberty as of 1,000 suns into the cause and core of anything attempting to delay the divine plan of the Great White Brotherhood for the earth's eternal freedom and release from all tyranny here and now. So be it. Beloved I am, we thank you. In the name of my mighty I am presence, great cosmic beings and great cosmic light, I decree, I am the presence, charging the minds and feelings of everybody in America and the world with Saint Germain's ascended master consciousness and perfection, right now and forever. I am the presence, blessing, illumining, perfecting, and setting all free in service to the light. And now our violet fire decree. Mighty I am presence, beloved Saint Germain, and those that minister to the violet flame, come forth now and blaze your cosmic violet fire and cause a mighty victory for all the world to see. I am the law of forgiveness in cosmic action now. I am the victory of the sacred fire in all its cosmic power. Mighty angels descend with your purple wands of fire and strike them into the center of every place where there has been a history of sinister force activity. Transmute and consume it all, cause, core, effect, record, and memory, and set it all free from that which was never meant to be. Replace it all with ascended master consciousness and the divine plan fulfilled. We thank you. And now, with our final decree, we just fill ourselves with that feeling of victorious accomplishment as we say together, I am the victory of the light. I am the victory of the light. I am the victory of the light. I am the cosmic flame of victory, which reigns supreme everywhere, right now and forever. We accept these calls answered as they are made, according to thy will, with full cosmic power, maintained and doubled each hour until fully manifest. And so be it, and so it is, and it is done. Beloved I am, we thank you. And we end off as we always do with that wonderful feeling of pure divine love as we call to the secret love star. That mighty focus of cosmic divine love from the great central sun shining in the heavens for this 2,000-year period. And as we see and visualize that great star of light, we ask that each and every one of us, every man, woman, and child, all elemental life, be clothed in the substance from the secret love star. Those pink and golden rays, that glorious pink and golden substance that pushes out all imperfection, all limitation, all disease or disintegration or disharmony of any kind, filling our etheric, mental, emotional, and physical bodies with peace and harmony, love, kindness, courtesy, joy and happiness, goodwill, with that feeling of unity, one holy family. Beloved secret love star, make each and every one of us, all life on our beloved earth, a living sun of pure divine love. We just see our earth ablaze with this glorious gift of pure divine love from the great central sun, filling all life to overflowing. We send our gratitude and love to the great beings of light who maintain and sustain this great focus of light. Mighty iron presence of all mankind, come forth, charge every man, woman, and child, all life evolving on this sweet earth, in light and love from the secret love star. And we are deeply grateful for this. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Marvelous. Thank you so much, beloved Antoinette. And just what a lovely thought. Every soul is a son of that glorious pink and golden light from the secret love star. How lovely. And now just thinking who might like to read. And I was thinking here, John Ma, beloved, are you there?
Yes, beloved, I will read.
Oh, thank you so much.
Good evening, all. Beloved, I am present, beloved Master Khatuni. Nourish the seeds planted in my consciousness, so that the ideas entrusted to me become manifest flowers of perfect expression in my world and the world of all my fellow men. Beloved presence of God, I am, pour the light of thy great glory upon my consciousness and nourish the seeds planted by the Masters. We thank you.
Marvelous. Thank you. Thank you so much, beloved John. Always doing our PowerPoint in the morning. Marvelous. All right, so let's do a moment of deep gratitude for our many blessings. And how many blessings do we have to be grateful for, and for our opportunity to serve the light through these marvelous teachings and our decrees. Just a quiet moment. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Okay, so that's was some nice things, I think, for us to think about, put into action there.
Are we not close enough?
And I see Diana's here. She's still, Diana, from Croatia. Hi, beloved. I sort of watched you. That's Anna. And she.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. I'm still getting my voice back properly.
Yeah.
Hi, lovely to see you. She was, I stayed.
Hi.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everybody. It was super.
Yes. It's wonderful.
See you again.
Yeah, I love you.
Bye. Take care, Anthea, and all of you.
Love you.
Bye. Bye.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, Jay.
Hi, thank you. That was so wonderful. I pretty much missed out last week because of such poor internet, but I'm just so delighted to be back. Thanks for the readings. Thank you, Trish. Thanks, Gary. Thanks, Auntie.
Back for love, Jay.
Yeah.
I hear you do some reading. Are you?
Me? Pardon?
Oh no, maybe it was another Jay. I don't know, because Maria was talking about someone reading, and I thought it was going to be you.
I did offer my services, but I haven't heard back, so we'll see.
No, she does want you to read. That's so marvelous, lovely.
Yeah. Okay. Super.
Yeah.
All right.
Marvelous. Yeah. Hi, beloved Roxanne.
Hi, good morning. Good evening, I guess.
How
How are your travels? How are your travels going?
Well, I've had a nice quiet time. I'm back in Johannesburg, so I'm just nice and quiet in my bus. So sort of trying to catch up and do things and just really enjoying being quiet. Lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been very busy for you.
Yeah. And you soon going to be going. I know you've got that wonderful trip with your daughter and granddaughter. So lovely.
Yes, two of my daughters.
Two of your daughters. How lovely.
Yeah,
Where are
it
you
will
going,
be.
Roxanne?
We're going to Colorado, where I grew up.
Oh, yes, I remember. Wonderful. That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
My youngest daughter really wants to go, and so my oldest daughter said okay, she would go as well, and so we're all going to go, and perhaps my adult granddaughter as well, depending on her schedule.
Lovely. That's wonderful.
So yeah.
What state are you in now?
California. I'm in San Diego.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, today's one just outdoes the other class. I'm always marveled, and I had a little interruption myself here at home, so I'm going to have to listen to the YouTube version when you put it on, because I don't know what book that came out of the instruction that we had, but I'm going to learn it.
Is that from Friendship with the Gods? You mean from Archangel Gabriel? Is that you're talking about the one from Archangel Gabriel at the end?
I believe so. Yes, I believe so.
From Friendship with the Gods, so you can get.
Okay.
If you can't find it, Jenna, just send me an email, and I'll send it to you, beloved. But it is under it's under free ebooks. It's also under I think the where there's the pages for the Ascended Masters and what have you. It's there as well. I put it in a couple of places.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
So did you say, Anthea, that the video was an old video, but you inserted the new part about Lord Michael?
No, I redid it. I redid it completely.
Oh, it was great. I mean, I recognized a little bit of it, but it did seem all new, and it was wonderful.
Quite a lot of the same words, you see, because I read from the book there, from Alice's beloved book. But the other one I did 7 years ago. And then it was just somebody actually sent a message saying that they did it, they read it they listened to it 7 years ago, and it like really helped them, and that I need to repeat it. So I thought maybe the Ascended Masters were saying, now listen, you must put in the extra bit about Archangel Michael. I don't know. So anyway, I thought I'd better do it.
Yes, it was wonderful.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's good. It's
and
good.
That new one with you, Roxanne, is just amazing. Maria Julia's
Oh yeah, about the elementals.
Oh yes.
I love that.
Oh,
It was
So
beautiful.
precious.
oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm reading one now, the seventh ray,
Oh,
which I
those
think
are
she's just
so good. Just
putting up. I'm really enjoying the seventh ray. I had not read that book before, and it's out of print, I think. But yeah, it's she comes up with such great readings.
incredible.
Yeah, the video
Yeah.
was put together really nice.
And then absolutely lovely. I agree. And it's so beautifully read, Beloved Roxanne. And I love the music in between. And she's just really talented at it. It's such a blessing. And I'm putting them out too because they're just a blessing, real gems. And I think that's the same one. The seventh ray is the one that Werner has printed. I think he calls it Initiations of the Seventh Ray.
Okay. I did notice online there is one. The original seventh ray was in 1953, and then I think I saw one online that Werner did later through the AMTF, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But that original one I can't find. So I'll look at the one that you just suggested because that is online.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Although I think you're reading the original one, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So marvelous. It is lovely to get the original one more, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. And Maria, I mean, I just read. She does all of the, of course, she does all the YouTube and the. She spends hours on that. I'm certain because of all the music and the inserts and.
Yeah. I think she's well trained. Yeah, really good at it.
She does a great job.
Yeah. And it's lovely to be able to read. I find it really helps. And anyway, lots of love, everybody. Have a marvelous week. And see you soon.
All right. Looking forward to seeing everyone that's going to be there and sending love to everyone that can't make it, of course. But
yeah, we're hopefully going to have the Zoom for we'll record it.
Right. Yes.
Yes, I'm hoping you will. I wanna be there through Zoom, I guess.
You'll be there virtually, right?
Yes.
Yes, it'll be fun.
Lots and lots of love, everybody.
Okay. God bless you guys. Love you all.
Take care. Have a lovely
Bye.
bye.
All right. Bye-bye.